What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will be doing a video about the Boston Celtics. Now, the Boston Celtics, right now we're second in the East. We had a disappointing weekend where we lost back-to-back to the Orlando Magic. So I decided now would be the perfect time to drop some trades for the Celtics, who are pretty much a complete team. I would say they're one piece away. So just real quick looking at the standings. Now second in the East because of our two losses back here. 22-9, not bad. You know, first month of the season we had the best offense in the league, best offense in history, and then we actually in the last 2 weeks I believe have the worst offense in the league right now. So definitely some things to change. So yeah, let's look around the league real quick. We play tomorrow night. At the time of recording this video, it is December 20th. So we have our Christmas game coming up against the Bucks. It's going to be a big game, but before that, we got to get through these two. Should be pretty good wins. So let's start off with our first trade. So if you're new to these videos, we do kind of easy, medium, and hard. One is very realistic, it can definitely happen. Another one slightly more difficult, might involve more assets, and the third one goes all over the place. So our first trade here involves the Utah Jazz and Jared Vanderbilt. So the Celtics are going to give up a 2023 second round pick via the Portland Trailblazers, and we're going to give up a 2023 second round pick via either Houston, Dallas, or Miami. So pretty good second round pick there if it's going to come from Houston, and Dallas isn't having the greatest season either, so it could be pretty much a late first almost if it's coming from Houston. And Jared Vanderbilt here, you know, the Jazz get a couple second rounders for this year. Jared Vanderbilt, he's going to be entering the final year of his contract, and the Jazz can really draft someone using these picks to clear up another roster spot for another trade they might do, considering they have solid role players over there. So I have that going for them here. So just looking at this would probably leave the starting lineup out there. Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Robert Williams. But now that really adds Jared Vanderbilt, who even though they haven't played the 4 on this, I see him as possibly a 3. I know he can play that position. We'll give you a check right now on Basketball Reference real quick, and with Jared Vanderbilt on Basketball Reference. So just looking at it real quick, you know, start off in Denver, went around a little bit. I'm pretty sure, yeah, was in the trade, I believe, in the trade that sent Malik Beasley to the Timberwolves. Pretty sure, from the Denver Nuggets. So he's involved in that trade. Ends up in Minnesota. Pretty much still doesn't really get a shot his second year, but his third year comes in, gets lots of good PT. Fourth year, you see there, starts starting games and stuff. So yeah, he's played at a power forward position, and we could use him. We could use another 4, quite honestly. And he can also play center. I played with him on 2K multiple times. I love having him on my team. You know, he's just such a great defender. Just going through some of his stats here. Yeah, he was involved in the Malik Beasley trade. Oh, he was packaged again. So he was traded. Yeah, over here you can see with Malik Beasley. So yeah, that was a crazy trade. So yeah, I'm just trying to find here real quick for you guys his playing minutes. Here we go. We skipped by it. Alright. So you see, his first year in the league, he played a lot at the 3, and then his second year, the 4. Third year, the 4. Second year was actually almost a 4 for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and that makes sense because you had Cat last week. And then he plays 4 and 5, because he had to get those backup minutes 4 and 5, and this year he's also playing at the 4. But I believe that he has a versatility to play at the 3, and quite honestly, just a defender off the bench. You know, you have Grant Williams out there for scoring and shooting. You can put like a Jaylen Brown out there with him because you know Tatum and Grant Williams have chemistry. So just another player to put on the bench. And then you honestly, you can just get him just to get him because you know that Grant Williams, his contract expires after the season, and talks of an extension did not go well over the summer. Grant valued himself more. That's fine. We'll see if the Celtics keep him. I would say keep him because of his relationship with Tatum and what he brings to the team. So I would say that. So we could over here we would be using our trade level exception from the Juancho Hernan Gomez trade. So next up, medium. So Jakob Poeltl, you know, very, very highly sought after. So the one thing I would say is, would his agent and him agree? So it would be not even a 1-year rental, it would be a half-year rental, you know, kind of like Evan Fournier. So you take that massive risk in giving up assets just to get him. But unlike Evan Fournier, where we had to give up those multiple second-round picks, at least we got rid of Jeff T. Multiple second-round picks and everything. I think that this can possibly go through because I know Poeltl is highly valued, but unlike Fournier, I think that he won't be like demanding a first-round pick unless it'll be a late first-rounder or something like that. So the chances of it happening are not as much, but you never know. Derek White was valued for just 1 first-round pick because of his contract extensions. Now we have him under for 4 years, so that's why it makes sense, you know. You get that player with the what's the right word for it? With the contract security, so that's why we think about first. Jakob Poeltl, he's not even on a 1-year deal, he's on a half-year deal. I could see us giving up a first-round pick if it was off season, but this is a lot different, and it's not like the Magic it was pretty much just all second-round picks over there. Here, at least, we give them Danilo Gallinari, who, despite his ACL tear this year, most likely won't suit up. He can stay on that roster and possibly be a trade asset for them next year, or you never know. So they just get Noah Vonleh a big. They got rid of a big, they get back a big. And this Houston second-round pick, like I said, a late first-round pick almost. So there's our second one. Now our third trade here, it is a 4-team trade. We have the Boston Celtics, the Toronto Raptors, the Portland Trail Blazers, and the Utah Jazz. So let's start with the Boston Celtics. They are receiving Justice Winslow from the Portland Trail Blazers and OG Anunoby from the Toronto Raptors. The Toronto Raptors are receiving Derek White, a 2026 first-round pick from the Boston Celtics, unprotected, as well as a 2024 unprotected first-round pick from the Boston Celtics. The Portland Trail Blazers are receiving Nickeil Alexander-Walker from the Utah Jazz, as well as a second-round pick via they're receiving their own second-round pick back from the Celtics. The Utah Jazz are receiving Danilo Gallinari, as well as a 2024 second-round pick via Charlotte or Minnesota. So both teams not doing so good. You never know what next year holds, so that could really be an early second-round pick, pretty much like a late first round. So let's break it down why every team would do this, right? The Boston Celtics, Derek White, the contract that he's on, is it really that worth it? Let's see. Because for Derek White's production, he's had a great year so far, stepping up in the absence of Time Lord and Horford, where Tatum's moved sometimes to the 4, and he's had to step in the starting lineup and stuff. But Derek White, I don't know. $15 million was last year's salary. This year is a 16. Next year is a 17.5. And then you're gonna pay 30-year-old Derek White 18, pretty much 19 million. So it's a lot. It is a lot. I mean, you can see here, we give not much for him at all. We give up Romeo Langford, a player who I like. It's fine. So, there's that. Now, next up, as I go back. So, you give up Derek White to the Raptors. You get OG Anunoby. So, you get a clamp god and 3-and-D player. He is such a good player. He's like, he's a great version of like a B-Tech Jason Tatum, but he just can't create his own shot. So he can shoot the three, he can defend, but he's a much better defender. You know, he's just that player you want, and he's a very much attainable. You know, this is not ultra realistic in this case because you just received Derek White last year. You don't want to mess up the chemistry on the team and stuff like that, but you get that, as well as Justice Winslow. Justice Winslow is a good wing player. You know, Danny Ainge wanted him years ago, so you can really fill into that Derek White role just at a lower level. And the Raptors here will be rebuilding because they will be receiving 2 first-round picks, one from 2024, when I believe Jaylen Brown's contract expires, and then one from 2026, 4 years from now, so you never know what that holds. The Portland Trailblazers, they get Nickeil Alexander-Walker and their own second-round pick. So that second-round pick is for Justice Winslow, pretty much just 1 second for Justice. He's just an older player. He can defend much better, I'd say, than Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And to make all the money work and everything, that's why he's going there. And Nickeil, he just gives a lot more scoring to the Blazers. You know, you have Dame, you have Anthony Simons, and then you have Jeremy Grant and stuff, but off the bench you don't really have anyone there. So Nickeil, he can be a spark plug off the bench. If you want it to slot him into the starting lineup on days where Dame is out or Anthony is out, you can definitely do that. Take on some of that scoring load, and yeah, a great piece to have considering Justice Winslow isn't getting the most PT this season, I believe. And finally, the Utah Jazz. Kind of like the San Antonio Spurs in the last trade, the Utah Jazz get Danilo Gallinari, just someone they choose to waive or keep on the roster or whatnot. He doesn't have a hefty contract, but it is pretty much just the mid-level exception. And they get a second-round pick from the Blazers for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. For someone who's on an expiring deal, I don't think they're going to bring him back, considering they paid Colin Sexton, and then they have some young guys over there. We can go check that out real quick. Yeah, you have Jared Butler, Leonardo Balmaro, but he's more of a small forward, I would say. Ajibaji, of course, THT, Jordan Clarkson still on the team, Malik Beasley still on the team, so you know, kind of free up some playing time there. So these are our trades for this video. So just looking at this one last time, you know, seeing the upcoming schedule, it seems like we're gonna have a really easy stretch here. I would say win against the Pacers, because these two losses against the Magic were not nice at all, and quite noticeably, our recent games, ever since the Warriors game, have not been going so good. We lost against the Warriors, we lose to the Clippers, barely beat the Lakers. They made an outstanding comeback. Lose to the Magic, barely lose to the Magic here. So, you know, Pacers and Timberwolves is a great place to start that winning streak. A win here, a win here. Now, I would fancy our chances against the Bucks, and then we have the Rockets again. So, an easy stretch here before we face the Clippers and Nuggets, before having another easy 4-game stretch. So, entering the new year. So once again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and see ya.